Ho ho!
Aside from asking you for an analysis of the match, I'd like you to explain what happened regarding Vinicius. It seemed to us that he said he wanted to leave the pitch. What conversations did you have with him? What exactly happened?
You'll have to ask the Benfica player what he said to Vinicius. I think everyone here and everyone in the football world deserves an answer to that question. That's all I can say. Obviously, I believe it's very clear that our tolerance toward racism must be absolute zero. We cannot allow things like this to happen on a football pitch in 2026.
Did you speak with Vinicius? We saw you talking to him for a moment. What did he tell you, and what did you tell him?
The only thing I asked him was whether he wanted to continue playing. Whatever decision he made, we were going to stand by him. We are always by his side. As I've said since I arrived, we are a team that talks together, fights together, and stands together. When someone shows this kind of attitude toward one of us, we will always be united and support him. We are a united team, and we will always fight together, just like we did today.
Can you walk us through the sequence of events? Your conversation with the referee, Le Texier, then speaking with Vinicius, and what Kylian told you. At any point, did you consider leaving the pitch?
The referee told me that he didn't hear anything and that he couldn't take action in that situation. As I've just said, whatever Vinicius had decided, we would have supported him. We cannot tolerate this kind of behavior, nor can we allow things like this to happen on a football pitch. And of course, whatever Vinny had chosen to do, we would have stood with him.
The match seemed to move into the background. Mourinho said, and I quote, "When that happened, the match was over." Referring to Vinicius's goal celebration, he said that celebrating in the corner was a kind of provocation towards 60,000 people. That after scoring such a goal, a player should be carried by his teammates rather than celebrate in the corner. What do you think about that assessment?
Honestly, I didn't see Vinny's celebration. I did see the incredible goal he scored. I believe that when Jose finds out exactly what happened and what was said by his player, he will be the first not to tolerate it. As I've said, we have zero tolerance for this. And at the same time, I'm very pleased with the performance of the team. I think it was a very solid match and a strong performance from all the players. This is the Real Madrid we want to see.
How is Vinicius after everything that happened?
He's okay. The sad thing is that this isn't the first time. Vinicius is not only an extraordinary player, he's also a great person, a great kid, loved by everyone who knows him. When you meet him, it doesn't take long to realize what a good person he is and how many times he's had to deal with situations like this. He's always been a fighter, and I believe he always will be, and we will be by his side.
On TV, it looks like Vinicius tells the referee that the Benfica player, Prestiani, called him a monkey, and it can't be proven because Prestiani pulls his shirt up over his mouth, so you can't read his lips. You've spent 30 years in football. When a player pulls his shirt up to cover his mouth, it doesn't usually look like he's calling an opponent handsome. Do you think he called him a monkey?
What Vinny told me he was called, I obviously believe him. I don't think he would make something like that up. Of course, I would never, ever doubt Vinny's word.
Alvaro, beyond the seriousness of the incident, which doesn't need much more comment, do you feel that this action, as Mourinho himself admitted, ended the match prematurely, and that you missed the chance to practically seal the tie, especially considering how outstanding the final 15 minutes of the first half were?
Yes, I think, as you said, it was a very good first half, and we deserved to score at least one more goal. Of course, everything changes after a situation like this, but even so, I think we kept playing well and kept trying to create chances. Obviously, they also took more risks, and at times it became more end-to-end with less control, which is normal. But I think this was a match where you could clearly see the Real Madrid we want, a very solid Real Madrid with a lot of effort and strong team mentality from every player. And I'm very happy with the difference we saw compared to the game 3 weeks ago. It was a completely different team, and this is the Real Madrid all Madridistas want to see.
About the second leg, how do you see it? If Benfica are behind, what do you expect from them at the Bernabeu? And without Mourinho on the bench, which could also be an important factor.
Well, it would be a mistake to consider a team coached by Jose Mourinho dead with a 0-1 result. I don't know if anyone could do that. I certainly won't, because I'm convinced that as soon as his players went back into the dressing room, he was already preparing that match. It's not a result that allows you to relax at all, and Benfica are not a team that will let you take your foot off the gas if you want to beat them. Of course, the Bernabeu will be waiting for Benfica. We'll have our fans behind us again, and they will be a huge factor. But if we want to eliminate Benfica, we still have 90 minutes of very good football to play, like we did tonight.
We saw many Real Madrid players looking for Arda Güler with the ball, and he seemed to move all over the pitch. Do you think the Turkish players' growth during the first half was key for Madrid to take control of the game?
I think Arda is a player with qualities that help us a lot because he's able to link our midfield with Vinny and with Kylian and also contribute in creation. He's a special player, one of those different players. He's becoming very important for the team, and his growth benefits us enormously. We have to keep working on his confidence and giving him these types of matches that help him grow as the young player he is. But I'm extremely happy and extremely proud to have such a great kid like Arda, and also for all the work he's capable of doing.
What worried you most about Benfica, from a football perspective, compared to the match 3 weeks ago? Was it stopping them on the wings or strengthening the midfield with 3 or 4 well-positioned players?
What worried me most was seeing my team, first and foremost. Since I arrived, that game 3 weeks ago was probably the one furthest away from what we should be. And today was what we should be. That's where we've placed our focus since I came in. Of course, when you face an opponent, you have to know them and understand their strengths. 3 weeks ago, Benfica hurt us a lot in transitions and also from set pieces. It was about not only defending in a more organized way, but also attacking with much better structure, especially behind the ball. I think we did that. We finished many plays, we pressed well high up the pitch. I think we saw a great team tonight, and as I always say here, maybe I repeat myself, a team with a lot of room for improvement. But for me, this is the path we have to follow.